Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tells the Lost Stories, a YouTube channel where you'll find stories and fanfictions in the first person point of view, written and read to you by your host, me, Tiger. Today we dive into a Naruto themed storyline. Most of the main characters here will be OCs. Let me give you a quick explanation here. If you go onto YouTube once again and find the One Piece audio drama written and read to you guys by my Paratype best friend and business partner Cosplay267, you'll find a character in the world of One Piece was actually in the world of Naruto. He was taken from his world and was shoved in the world of One Piece. Somehow, magically, mystically. His name's Atarashi, and he's in his late 20s and he grew up throughout the world of Naruto. Well, this is his backstory and his prequel. Atarashi's actually my character and I voice him in the One Piece audio drama. This is his story. Now this does take place in the time frame of Naruto. So he's the same age as Naruto in the Naruto show and will grow up all the way throughout Boruto to the point of where he is taken. So that being said, let's dive in. Konoha's Team 2. Chapter 1. First mission after graduation. My name is Atarashi, and I'm a ninja hailing from the Hidden Leaf Village. I graduated from the academy a week ago, and I was ready for my first mission. But first, I had to find out my squad. My ninja team. A lot of teams already made. I saw that big shot Naruto and Sasuke got put on the same team, with the legendary Kakashi of all people as their sensei. I also saw that Shikamaru, Ino, and Joji were put in the same team, which made a lot of sense as their parents were a tight unit. I got dressed quickly, strapped on my headband onto my head, and I left my house. I jumped from the roof to roof and landed in front of a tall man. "Hey there, kid. You must be Atarashi," the man said. "Yes, sir," I nodded. "Well, you're the first one here," the guy said to me. I nodded, then a couple of awkward minutes went by, and suddenly another ninja landed next to me. "Hey, Atarashi," the girl said. "Hey, Corey. So I guess I'm teamed up with you, huh?" I asked her. Corey was a middle-sized woman, young girl, should I say, with long sky blue hair in a plaited ponytail. She wore ice blue and white jacket and trousers, and her headband was strapped around her arm. "So, first of all, you can call me Taka," the guy said. "Okay, Sensei Taka, nice to meet you," Corey chirped. "You guys as well. But I have good news and bad news. The bad news is there isn't a third member for our team just yet. There's only the two of you," Taka told us. "Wait, a two-person and Sensei-only team? That's kind of rare," I muttered. "That's true, and it's only for now, but it's fine because the good news is that we have a mission. We gotta go report to the Hokage right away," Taka explained. "Okay, let's go," Corey grinned. I rolled my eyes at Corey's enthusiasm as we headed to the Hokage's quarters. "Hello, Team 2. I am pleased to present your first mission to you," the third Hokage grunted. "Glad to be here, sir," Corey nodded. I rolled my eyes once again at her, as her over-the-top eagerness to please her superiors annoyed me. "Your first mission is to go to the mining town south of our village. They're having some issues with a rogue gang, and they could do with some aid from the Hidden Leaf," the third Hokage explained. "Consider it done, sir," Sensei Taka nodded. We all bowed and left the room. We left the building and got tooled up, and it felt rather strange having a tool pouch weighing down my waist.
Calling all heroes and fans of the extraordinary, get ready to morph into a world of fan fiction like never before. I am Cosplaydude637, and I'm here to tell you about Power Rangers Universe 19. Picture this: Ultra Rangers defending the universe, Cyberforce Rangers navigating the digital frontier, and the high-flying adventures of the Power Rangers Skyforce. But that's just the beginning. We've got Kamen Rider Wizard conjuring magic, Kamen Rider Drive racing against time, and Kamen Rider Ghost unraveling the supernatural mysteries. And that's not all! Experience the musical journey of Power Rangers Masters of Music, and the blood-shivering adventures of Kamen Rider Kiva brought to you by Tiger. Then, brace yourself for the epic tales of the Beetle Troopers by Mark the Red Cornish Ranger. So, why should you tune in? Because Power Rangers Universe 19 is not just a podcast, it's a portal into a multiverse of fan fiction, brilliance. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platforms. Search for Power Rangers Universe 19 and join me, Cosplay Dude 637, on an adventure that will ignite your imagination and redefine what it means to be a hero. And remember,
and let the power protect you.
Alright, you two. We may be a squad member down for now, but till we get a third, it is just us. So that means we have to be extra careful, extra on our toes, and have each other's backs. And no matter what, my word is final, Sensei Taka ordered. I got it, Cory nodded. Yeah, alright, I moaned. The entrance door opened, then we left the village and we headed out. We jumped up onto the trees and jumped through the forest, bouncing from tree to tree. We carried on heading south when suddenly Sensei Taka stopped us and he held up his hand, commanding us to stay still. Me and Cory both stopped in our tracks. See that down there? Sensei Taka said quietly, pointing at the ground. We looked down and saw a woman holding up a pickaxe, like she was ready to swing it, defending herself against two goons holding kunai. You two take the one on the left. I've got the one on the right, Sensei Taka whispered. We both nodded. Then as fast as he could, Sensei Taka bolted down to the ground and landed behind the guy on the right. He pulled out kunai and pushed the tip into the back of the man's neck. Don't move another step, Sensei Taka ordered. The man on the left turned around and threw his kunai, and both me and Cory both bolted off the tree where we stood on and landed beside our sensei, deflecting the kunai. The man that was being held by blade point threw down some pellets that exploded into a puff of smoke. Cory, Sensei Taka, and myself both surrounded the girl as the surrounding area filled with smoke. Everyone okay? Sensei Taka asked. Yes, Cory nodded. I'm good, I agreed. We all pulled out our kunai and took a defensive stance. Anyone see them? Cory asked. I don't see them, I barked. They must be moving rather quickly, Sensei Taka snapped. Then suddenly several kunai came flying at us from deep within the smoke. Sensei Taka, with lightning speed, started weaving hand sides together, then he slammed his palms on the ground. Mud wall! Jutsu! He called out. Then suddenly a wall shifted out of the ground in the form of a defensive barrier, and the kunai hit the wall. Then one of the goons jumped over the wall and swung his kunai at us. I blocked the attack and threw a kick, and the goon grabbed my ankle and threw me to the side. I hit the ground rather hard. Then the goon jumped on me and tried to stab me. I held him back as much as I could, but his body weight on mine made it rather hard for me to push him off of me. Then Cory jumped in and kicked the guy off of me. I quickly jumped to my feet and joined Cory in the fight. The goon managed to block and dodge both of us at once. Keep him occupied, Cory barked. Then she jumped back and started weaving hand signs. She was a lot slower than Sensei Taka, but she was moving as fast as she could. I went on the offensive and threw as many jabs and kicks out as I possibly could at the goon. Then Cory jumped in between us. Ice style! Polar breath jutsu! Cory called out. Then she let out a cold misty blast from her mouth and it hit the goon, freezing his leg to the ground in a solid block of ice. I then swiftly stepped between them and punched the goon in the face, knocking him out. Me and Cory stood victorious, both out of breath. We turned around to see Sensei Taka standing over his opponent. You two good? Sensei Taka asked without turning his gaze. Yeah, Cory sighed. The girl dropped her pickaxe and sighed a long sigh of relief. Hey, are you okay? I asked her as we all circled around her. Yes. Thank you, the girl sighed. No worries, Cory stated. You guys from the Hidden Leaf, right? Judging from your headbands, the woman asked. That's correct, ma'am, Sensei Taka replied. My boss sent out the distress message a couple days ago. We thought you guys would never show up, the girl sighed. We are here to help, Sensei Taka told her. I better take you back to the boss. He'll want to speak with you before their boss shows up with more of them, the girl told us. Lead the way, I muttered. The girl picked up her pickaxe and then started leading us into town. If you guys want to see what Atarashi gets up to as a full-grown adult once he's taken from the world of Naruto and put in the world of One Piece, then make sure you check out the One Piece audio drama found on YouTube. It's directed, written, and read to you guys and hosted by One Piece master Cosplay Dude 637. Now, on with the outro. Thank you very much for listening to this story. There are of course plenty more where that came from, on this specific channel and on other Tiger channels as well. There are plenty more Tiger Tales channels for you guys to find and explore, with all sorts of storylines, fan fictions to dive into. A huge shout out to the following: Cosplay Dude 637, my Parabatai, and Mark the Red Cornish Ranger. The three of us are the Three Ranger Bros. Then of course we have our partners, A Crown and Cosplay Sun 637, also known as Xander. Of course, a huge shout out to the Zeo de Hero podcast, and of course, If You Give a Dad a podcast. If you want to find out more about these people, make sure you check out our website, the3rangerbrosstudios.com. That being said, make sure you check out the Tiger Nexus podcast, my own podcast where I interview people, content creators and geeks alike. Sometimes those two things intertwine. Now of course, a list of the other Tiger Tales channels can be found on the website, and also some of the channels are down below in the description. Make sure you go give them a listen to, because there's more where that came from. Storytime with Cosplay Dude 637 also returns on a lot of the Tiger Tales channels, including the original Tiger Tales. So make sure you check out his stories as well. I have plenty more content where that came from. I do gaming, reactions, I geek out about stuff, I show off my collectibles, my artwork, and a lot more. Again, some of these links will be in the description down below. If not, you can go check out the website, or check out the TikTok at TigerTiger777, where I talk about a lot about my other content. Of course, that being said, I love you all. Make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss more stories coming to you from myself and the partners of the channel. We're of passion, everybody, and I shall see you guys real soon.